Hey guys, I am here with my friend Amy. She's a part of a radio show here in town called The Bobby Bones Show.
Yep.
So we do a lot of photo shoots. We do this thing every week called Nash Chat after the end of Nashville on CMT, which you can catch it on Facebook.
That's right.
So anyway, we got a lot of requests for the look we did for their recent photo shoot for the show. So we're gonna recreate the look today.
Because I have no idea how to do makeup.
It's also kind of Amy's favorite type of look. I would say this is like your look.
Like I'm like, Kelly, do the look.
The look. So she has a very specific lipstick that she loves. It's by NARS. It's just a neutral lip. What is it called? Cruising. So we kind of build, you just like a neutral lip, that's like what you're comfortable with.
Yes, I will branch out one day and do color.
One day, we're
one
getting
day.
there.
Kelly, baby steps.
So we build a look around this neutral lip and a pink cheek. That's kind of the thing she's comfortable with. So mostly I've stuck to a gold smoky eye, and that's what we did for the photo shoot, so that's what we're gonna do today.
Yeah.
Okay, so I always start with a primer. I start with eyes on Amy, and we start with a primer just to make sure everything lasts all day. This one's by Urban Decay.
All day, and then sometimes I sleep in it. And I wake up the next morning and I'm like, what up? My eyes are done.
Okay, so I kind of just pat it in all over the lid and up to the brow bone. The reason I like this Urban Decay one too is that it just kind of evens out the skin tone on the eye. I'm gonna start with the Naked 3 palette, just the color Strange. And I'm just gonna go all over her lid to kind of seal that in. And it gives me a good base for all the eyeshadows. It also kind of highlights her brow bone because it's so light. Now we're gonna use the Naked palette, starting with the color Naked actually. And we're gonna start in the crease and kind of build up. This is what, if I was being very technical, you would call like a transition color. I'm going back in with the Naked palette. This is the color Buck. So now we're gonna take just a flat brush and go on the lid. This is the color Half Baked. We're just gonna kind of layer on the lid, but one trick I do like to do with any kind of shimmer shadow is take my brush and just put the shadow on it, and I'm gonna spray with this Fix Plus, which is a setting spray. And basically it just makes the pigment kind of pop, but it also will make it last all day. Okay, so now that you have that on your base, I'm gonna take this color Smog, which is just a little bit darker, start in the middle and kind of go out with that. Okay, she likes the smokier eye.
I do.
So we're gonna go back in. This is Dark Horse. It's in the same color family as the last two we used, but a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna actually kind of trace over what I just did, but not quite as far in, and really just get those outer corners and work up into the crease. So now that we have that back on, I'm taking the same brush that I used earlier, and I'm just tracing back over that crease line to make sure it's all blended really well. Okay, so now we've got the eyeshadow mostly done on the top. So I'm gonna go in now and kind of do a lot of her face. I don't like to do that first because, you know, we have the what do you call that?
Droppings?
The droppings.
That sounds bad.
I'm sure there's another term. Always do an eye cream. This one has caffeine in it. It's called Fast Response by MAC.
Why? What's good about having caffeine in it?
If you have any sort of puffiness, the caffeine shocks it and it depuffs.
Caffeine it up.
Yeah. Okay, and then on Amy's skin, I really like to keep a dewier look. So I go in usually with this strobe cream from MAC. But I'm only going to do it on the outer corners and her cheekbones because it can look a little greasy. We'll do something different in her T-zone. Okay, so now I'm going in with a primer, and this is a mattifying primer by Givenchy. It's a little pricier, but it lasts so long that it's worth it. So now that you have your skin all set, you want to do your foundation. I always mix foundations with Amy. Okay, so I have it mixed up, and I'm just going to take a brush and just kind of start on the outside of her face. And then I take my beauty blender and I just push it all into the skin. Okay, so once we have our foundation set, we're going to now go in and correct our under eyes. This is just a palette by MAC, but the main thing to remember with, I obviously really like this color, with your under eyes is there's usually a lot of people have like a blue or purple tint. Look up just a little bit, which Amy does have. Even when you've got a lot of sleep, I think it's just a natural thing. So you'll want something with like a peachy pink undertone to correct that. So I go in with this first, and then I do another concealer after to kind of blend it all into the skin. I take it all the way up to the lower lash line, and it really just erases any discoloration that you would have. So as you can see, this is like a lot lighter than her actual skin. So now we'll go in with another concealer. And this one's just Pro Longwear by MAC. And it's a good covering concealer too. So then I take it and I'm gonna go like in a V shape down the side of her nose. So I'll take this same concealer too and hit any sort of trouble spots we would have. Any redness.
Blemishes.
Now I'm going to take a darker concealer, so I'll take it just down the side of her nose. Okay, so once you get that on, you'll immediately want to blend it out. So I'm just taking a blending brush and making sure that's blends into the skin. Okay, and I'm also going to take the darker concealer and start at the top of her ear and trace down underneath her cheekbone. So now that we've got her contour set, we've got her foundation on and her concealer, I'm going to go in with this Makeup Forever translucent powder and just kind of set everything. I just like to use a flat sponge for that. Okay, so now we're gonna go back in. I'm just gonna go in with a neutral bronzer. This is IT Cosmetics Bronzer in Sunshine. And I'm gonna really set that darker color that we did. So I'm just gonna trace back over the same spots and just pat that in. So after you do the contour, you do the highlighter. We go back and forth with highlighters that we use on her. Sometimes I use a liquid if we want like a lot dewier look. It's just more pigmented. If you want something a little more subtle, I really like this cream highlighter. This is what you use on the daily.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So since it's hers, I'm just gonna take it and go up her cheekbone. So you can take it also up onto this brow bone. And the shape you'll want to keep here is just like a C. I'm just going to use a black pencil. This is just Sephora's brand of their waterproof black. I like to use waterproof on the under eyes in case you have any watering, in case you're crying for some reason. So look all the way up and we're just going to trace her lash line. Okay, and then I like to take a smaller brush and just kind of blend that out. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with Buck with the same angled brush and go back over this under eye and give a little more definition and shape to that part of her eye. Okay, and I'm gonna go back in with the lighter gold color that we used and hit her right on the inner corner. And then to marry both of those together, I'm gonna go back in with the dark color we used on the outer corner and go back over everything with this pencil brush. Okay, and this is my favorite mascara. It's by Rodial. It's called Glam-A-Lash. So I'm just gonna go in with that, look all the way up, and hit her bottom lashes. Okay, I'm not really sure why I did it in this order, but we're gonna do blush now. Amy also has a blush that she likes, but I combine a couple. Usually I'll start with like a lighter shade of pink, which is more like a natural, just kind of glow and pop. So we start with the lighter Smile, and we hit the apples of her cheeks, and then we're just gonna build up. Now I'm taking a little bit of a darker pink and just going back over the same spots. And then this is the color that Amy really likes. It's a Too Faced kind of palette, but
I like that one.
Just that. So we just hit the little corner of the heart right there for the final touch. Finish off with her lips. Okay, so this is our final look. Sometimes I do line the top of her lash line, but I didn't today. Just it's more of a daytime look. But if
I have nowhere to go.
No, we're just shooting this video. But if we did want to make it a little more dramatic, or if it was a nighttime event, we would probably line the top lash line as well. And I'll link the product below. It's just a gel liner that I use. And we just do right in her top lash line. So this is it.